So we're supposed to do a little Q&A video today, and I just got back. I went out all day. I visited Hilda's store. That's my food by Hilda, and the food was delicious. So I bought afang and spaghetti. Let's get into the Q&A. The Q&A. I hope you guys don't mind the sounds of the birds. I love the sound of the birds, but when we're done with this video, I don't like the sound, I'll probably switch it up. So let's go. First question is from Bibiana. Black Americans and Black British and Caribbeans who want to move to Nigeria, what's the best way to do it and be successful? The first advice I would advise for you to move to Nigeria is to get somebody in Nigeria. So that's my first advice to you. It will be get someone that you know in Nigeria without having anybody, because I feel like you're going to be setting yourself up for a lot of stress. So move, especially if you're not from Nigeria, so you don't have the Nigerian accent. You're going to spend a lot of money. Like a family member that has your back, not a family member that's trying to scam you and make money off of you. That's another point. So move with someone that you know has your back, that understands you, and that's going to protect you and protect your interests while you are in Nigeria. And then be open to ideas. Find like-minded people. Not just like-minded people, find people that have moved at some point, not just people that have been in Nigeria forever. Find people that have moved back. Like there's usually like a clique of people that are like they just got back. So I got back a few years ago. Try to get into those circles. They will help you a lot. And make sure you have a plan and you have money saved. There's no credit in Nigeria. There's no credit score. There's no credit card. Everything you do has to be cash. So try to get cash as well. Have money. And if you come to Nigeria with money, you'll be fine. If you come without money, I'll be praying for you. Then the next question is, do you miss living in Lagos or living close to Sisi? Hear me? I do miss living in Lagos or living around family members. Like my parents not being in Warri anymore, and living around my sister, because it's one thing for you to live alone, like to live maybe somewhere where you have friends. And then the kind of person I am, I'm not very friendly. I know I'm always saying I'm going to switch it up, but I'm not very friendly, so I don't mix up a lot. I have my friends that I've always had from way back, and those are my friends. Unless I meet you and we really have to click very well, kind of like my friend Toyin. If we don't, I'm not someone that's going to go out of my way to try to be friends to you. But if we are friends, we are friends. Do you understand? So yeah, I miss that, because then that means I'm usually just in my house alone or working or just doing all that, which is boring sometimes. But yeah, I do miss it. I miss it a lot. So next question is from Ogom series, my girl. No questions, please. Let me drool over the beauty. Thank you, my love. Then Buchi Okona is saying, look who we have here. The question is, where have you been? Oh, I went hunt searching for you. Check IG. Yeah, Ogom and a couple of other people sent me messages, and Buchi sent me DMs, sent me messages, sent me emails. I was just going through my melancholy time where I was depressish and sadish and happy-ish. And I was just, like I explained in my previous video, I just didn't, the ginger wasn't there, and then being very busy, business, work, this, that. I was going through a lot, so that's why I wasn't around. But I'm back and better. Yes, back and better. Then, hi, gorgeous Fummeee. This is Abiola Oloba. Hi, gorgeous Fummeee. When are you going to do another collab with Sisi? I mean, even though you're sisters, you both gel. I know you're both extremely busy with your individual channels. Would really love to have both of you at some point. Please don't say no. Okay, so I was even talking to her today. I was like, see, we have to do a collab. We just were very busy. And then when I come to Lagos, before I used to come to Lagos to maybe see my parents, and obviously I'll have some free time. That's how we were able to do our previous collabs. But now when I come, I'm coming with a mission. I maybe have 1 or 2 days off where I'm just chilling. So I like to spend time off time. Like if I'm spending time with family, I know I'm spending time with family. I try not to bring out my camera. But I told her, and she was like, we need to do a collab. I hope we're able to do one now that I'm in Lagos for like 2-3 days. Especially, but the thing is, I'm with children. 3 children, including my sister's own. That's 5 children. So it's kind of hard for us to find a balance for that. But we're trying to see if we can do a collab before I go back. Otherwise, it will be during maybe my next trip or something. But we'll try to make something happen. Then Bamawa Abigail says, what's going on? No more content, my sister. Pray for me. Then Glory says, what's the best editing app that an upcoming YouTuber can use? So to me, the best editing app for an upcoming YouTuber is the app that you have. So if that's iMovie, if you have Mac, Windows Movie Maker, if you have Windows, what else? If you have your phone, Filmora, there are 1,000,001 editing apps out there. I feel when you're about to start YouTube, don't focus so much on this, like editing, camera. You need a good camera, but don't focus too much. Like that's not the most important. The most important part is content, getting your content out there, getting as much content as possible out there, and then building like a proper library. I feel that's like the best way to grow on YouTube. And after you have grown, then you can start investing. Because investing in editing softwares are not cheap. Final Cut Pro, you have to spend a specific amount every month, I think, or every year to subscribe, even after you have bought the app. So a factor. If money is not a factor, then I'll say Final Cut Pro. Stephanie, how do you manage to look this pretty after 3 babies? My sister, it's God. Not just God, watching your weight, watching what you eat, trying to exercise once in a while. I'm also like a very active person because like I bake. So, baking is very active. So I guess that is something I have to factor in as well. And then I try not to eat after 7, 8. I try not to eat anything. Some days I fail, some days I'm able to achieve that goal, but it just works out like that for me. Next question is from Eternal Gratis. Is relocating outside the country in your plans? If yes, which country are you looking at? Well, relocating outside the country is not in my plans. I would like to, maybe as my kids get older, but it's currently not in my plans. But if I was going to relocate, I would probably say Canada because I like Canada. I like Canada because Canada will give you papers. I'm not thinking about it right now. I just want to travel and chill and have a good time. Yeah. Then Omolola Opaleye is asking, are there any benefits of living in Warri outside Lagos? Yes. Benefits, Warri is cheaper to live in. It's more cost effective. I feel like your children are sheltered in Warri as opposed to Lagos. Lagos, all the children don't spoil. People should not judge me. Like that's just my own opinion. I just feel like in Lagos, there's so much exposure. No time. You have no time for your children. Half the time you're in traffic. So you guys are either in the car or trying to get somewhere, trying to come back from somewhere. That's my own view of how Lagos is. But Warri is chilled, like 30 minutes tops. You are where you're going. You're back. The community in Warri is still very old school, where when you're walking, your elder expects you to greet them. It's a small town, that kind of thing. So that's the difference that I see. And I prefer raising my children in Warri because I like the fact that they are pretty sheltered, and I have girls and I have fine girls. So I would like to protect them for as long as I possibly can. Do you understand? So yeah, that's how I see it. Anyways, my kids right now, I think they finished playing. Let me go and check up on them to prevent stories at taught. I've not seen them for a few minutes, even though everyone if they're there. And I'm like, oh, they're big girls. I fear. So let me go and find out where they are. Maybe we'll go back home and then we'll continue this Q&A. So I'll come this way. Are you tired?
Yeah.
See my cuties. Hi, cuties. Hi, cuties. Hi, cuties. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh yeah, hold your hands. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, what? Is it that girl that was playing with you guys? Yes. If you hold or raise this hand, let's go. TikTok, have you had yours?
I already selected mine.
Mama, to take that one. Take that one. Take that one. Cookies now. In my heart, bigger I could eat. Eat. Very big, baby Sean, you will trip. I'm gonna go finish.
Hi, so we're back home and we have to finish this Q&A, right? So let's get back into the questions. So somebody is asking, hi Fummeee, how do you blend so easily with your classmates? This is from a video I did when I went to Lagos from a class. So how do you blend so easy with your classmates? They are MB. I'm based in the US trying to do my master's, but it's hard, believe me. What's the best advice? To talk on Instagram or Messenger? I struggle because I'm not very social. I'm getting there, but it is hard, believe. Where is the best place to talk, Instagram or Messenger? Well, the best place to talk to me, if you want to talk to me, is probably Instagram, because I'm probably always on Instagram. So yes, I will be able to reply your DMs and all of that. That being said, if you know me and if you have followed this channel very well, you know that, see, if you can hear any noise from my children having their baths, don't mind those girls. They're very noisy girls. It's the shower that is making noise. So if you know me well and if you know about this channel, then you know that I'm a very shy person. I'm very quiet, very antisocial. Me being able to blend in class, I don't think I've ever had a problem with that. Like, if I was going to explain my personality, I would say I'm an introverted extrovert, which means when I go somewhere, I keep quiet for maybe the first day, just to, you know, survey the area, find out who do I vibe with, who do I like, who do I not like, and after that I'm okay and I start to just hang out with everybody. Previously it used to be like that. Before, when I'll go somewhere, I'll be so shy that like I won't even be able to talk, I won't be able to say anything. With time I've realized that every opportunity we have and every time we meet people, it's like sometimes it's a once in a lifetime thing, right? So I try to just be as open and unique and just be myself. I feel when you're trying to transition into being yourself with new people, you might feel like you're faking it, and so when I was doing it, it was like fake it, but eventually it's like fake it till you make it, right? So you just calm down, pretend, give a feather singlet, please. You just pretend like you're friendly. Do you understand? I'm quiet for maybe I was quiet for the first one day. For the first one day, nobody knew what I was doing. Nobody knew anything, my name. They just knew my name. But like the next day, I was like, what the hell? Like, yo, psych yourself up when you get to a new place. That's, I feel like for some people it's hard. For some people it's very easy. Like my friend Toy goes everywhere and has a friend. I go everywhere sometimes and I don't even have one friend. So I had to be intentional about it, because in the end you're losing out on meeting a lot of amazing people because you're just always just hiding. So you just have to be deliberate about it. And what's your biggest challenge as a self-employed baker? My biggest challenge as a self-employed baker is that sometimes the work that you do, you know, really measure up to the money that you're making. Baking is a very stressful job. So and sometimes the money you make from baking doesn't really balance out. So that's my biggest problem. And the reason why that's my problem is because I see everything I do, right, is a job. So I see that, okay, I'm going to have to retire at some point. You know, you can't work forever. Any business you're doing, you have to do it so that you have retirement as you're getting older. and is baking something I can do as I'm getting older. So it's just those are like my biggest problems, especially because Nigeria is not a country where there's a lot of structure, especially for businesses. So if you're not there, your workers misbehave. Even people with like the best workers, if they're not there, the workers misbehave. So it's hard for you to keep that balance and be able to live a life and then run a business. So those are like my biggest challenges, honestly. Welcome back. It's been a while. I saw your post. You look good. Thank you. Hope you never leave us, Jackba. No, we're still in this together. Election is on Saturday. I'm counting down. What's your advice to new YouTubers? Start up. If you can afford it, start up, pick a niche and just post 10 million times a day about that topic. And if you can't, then grow organically and grow gradually and buy all your equipment as you go. But I feel the most important thing on YouTube is your personality as opposed to every other thing. So try to be more comfortable on the camera. Do you understand? I feel like that's the most important. What's your advice for young ladies at the point of giving up? She has many talents and skills, yet she works in a bank. That takes all of her time, and she never gets to have time for herself, leaving her skills and passions unattended to. Secondly, okay, let me answer that first question. Some people will probably be like, chase your skill, chase your passion, money will follow. But I know that money is important, because without money you cannot live, especially as a young lady. If you're trying to live right, try to do what's right and not like follow the Joneses. So what I would advise is that try to find 1 hour every day, even from the bank. It can be 1 hour before work, it can be 1 hour after work. Find 1 hour to focus on one passion. So you have a lot of passions and a lot of skills. Me, I have yes, speaking to me, I feel like I have a lot of passions, a lot of skills. I could sing. I used to sing. I can't dance, but I can sing, I can bake, I can cook, I can sew, I'm good at photography, I'm good at videography. What else? I used to write. So I can do a lot of things to be successful, especially since you already have a job. I would advise you pick one. Just pick one, anyone that you feel would be easy for you to do, and then use that one to gain your freedom. So whatever it is, basically the goal is that, okay, if it's your let's say cooking, music, fashion, singing, whatever, pick one that's not going to take a lot of time. Focus 1 hour every day working on that one. So if it's training, you have to do whatever you have to do. If it's content you have to put out, just 1 hour every single day while you do your banking jobs. And then obviously weekends you take the full day, and just give yourself 1 year. If you see in 1 year, give or take, it will either be able, your business will either, if you focus, your business will either be able to take over from the banking job, or it will almost meet it at some point. And if you get to the point where you're meeting, maybe if your banking salary was 80,000 and from your business you're making 60 or 50, then you know that yes, you can actually quit your job, focus more of your attention on the business, and then eventually it will meet up, and then you'll be able to, after working on one passion, gain a leverage with one passion, gain a name with one passion. You can always switch to any passion. So when you're growing your channel, or if let's say you're doing YouTube, it's like me now growing my YouTube. I can't really grow my YouTube as just a baker because I do so many other things. So I wouldn't want my page to be too streamlined, because if I streamline it too much, then when I eventually would like to maybe do something else, because I get bored easily, it will be hard for me to do that. So it's better to grow your brand as a grow your brand as a personality. So like my channel is not just about me baking, it's about me baking, being a mom, traveling, having a good time, vlogs, wearing clothes, looking nice, those kind of things. So that's the balance I strike, and I strike that balance so that, tell everyone if it's come and wear their shoes please. And I strike that balance so eventually if maybe I get tired of baking, I will focus my attention somewhere else, and then I would have grown my brand as myself, which is as Fummeee, as opposed to growing my brand as a cake baker. I hope what I'm saying is easy for you to understand. But if you'd like me to do like a dedicated video on that, just let me know. Somebody else asking, do you work from home? What are the pros and cons of working from home from your experience? Yes, I work from home. Pros of working from home is I'm around my children all the time. I see what they're doing all the time, half the time. And then on the flip side is I'm not able to focus fully on my work, because sometimes when you're not working from home, you're able to just focus and just be like, okay, I've dropped my kids off at school, I'm at work, and then when you're done, you're done. But when you're working from home, you might be at work and remember that there's meat that you need to boil, and go and boil the meat and remember. Do you understand? So it might be a little bit distracted. In the long run, if I had to choose, especially with having children, I'll still rather work from home. How do you maintain your weight? I maintain my weight by not eating after 7 p.m. I try to watch what I eat. I binge a lot. I eat what makes me happy, but I don't eat what makes me happy all the time. So I have cheat days. My cheat days might be 5 times a week some weeks. It might be once a week some weeks. It's just I try to find balance in everything I do. Tell talk about balance. What's your skincare routine? Leave me Joe. So I have a video on my skincare routine. If you are serious about it, check it out. But anyways, that's all guys. That's all for this Q&A. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope I've been able to answer questions that you guys really wanted to ask. Time to go sleep, do mommy duties. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.